Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today from Jazwares and All Elite Wrestling, we are featuring from the Unrivaled collection, Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega. So this is a deluxe box set tag team pack, and it looks great. You're getting two awesome action figures, you're getting the championships. It looks like you're getting a foldable chair and multiple hand options. And then on the back, we have an image of both of them together. So I don't know specifically which, or if anything, this gear set is supposed to represent like a specific event. I attended AEW Revolution 2020 at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago. And that was a very memorable night because they defended their tag team belts against the Young Bucks. And I want to say that might be the image possibly here, or I might be wrong. Or this might have been when they won the titles. Either way, the image here doesn't match the gear set that they're wearing right here. So I can't really identify if this is accurate to any one event. But let's get started. So both Hangman and Kenny have had multiple figures already. The reason why I got this is because, you know, for one, I wanted the tag team championship, and I'm a big fan of both wrestlers, and I thought this would just be a kind of a cool set to have. All right, at the bottom, this is a plain foldable chair. Nothing special about this. You know, there's no logo screened on it or anything. This is a very blank, generic chair. And it folds, you know, it's cool to have. Some of the accessories here that I'm kind of stoked on is that this comes with Hangman's pitcher and mug. I think that was like one of my favorite periods of time was when Hangman was kind of like, there's a lot of tension between him and the Elite, and he wasn't fully on board for a while. They kind of had like a parting of ways. But every now and then he'd come out just to help the Bucks or Kenny, and then he'd always be, you know, grabbing a drink from the audience, or he'd come out with a pitcher, and I just thought that was awesome. They both come with the trigger finger hand, you know, for the gun. Both of them have them in their taunts and their signature poses. And then there's an extra set of gripping hands so they can hold the chair. Alright, so here's the picture. This is something I don't think you need to worry about. It's pretty large. But the glass is a different story. This thing is pretty tiny. Not to mention the fact that it's kind of like this. It's not a completely clear, transparent plastic. It's a little bit cloudy. But this is something, if you dropped it, chances are you'd probably lose it forever. Alright, so we have Kenny Omega and we have Hangman Adam Page. Let me remove this plastic before we review it. Actually, it's easier if you just take the torso off. Let's do the same with Hangman. Pull them apart, and then you can slide this off. I really like how these action figures they detach at the waist, because it's kind of cool, because it allows for a lot of a lot of kit bashing. So you can easily make like your own custom figures. If you're not content with a certain gear set, you can always swap bodies onto another. And for Hangman, I'm going to take off this hand and put on the trigger hand. Because Kenny does, the triggers when he points, and then for Hangman, kind of does that. Let's take a look at the belts first. The championships are really well done. Really fine details, and I have it upside down. It's a nice reflective finish. They have all the plates on the championships, and then they just detach here. You can easily remove them. And let's look at the figures. Let's start with Hangman first. All right, we have Hangman Adam Page looking great. And let's see if we can get him to balance out. The color, there's something about his color scheme that this kind of fights with my camera, so I have to kind of keep him at a certain distance. If I bring him too close, you see the change in color. So I kind of need to maintain him right about here, just so we can get him into proper natural lighting. Now, this isn't, I think, my most favorite head sculpt. It's a little bit too, I don't know, it's very, very serious, and it also kind of reminds me of a younger Diamond Dallas Page from certain angles. But this head sculpt seems to match the one on the box art pretty closely. I've said this in other videos, but I'm not too keen on the darker flesh tone they used. I know that fans were kind of adamant about the first wave, where they thought the flesh tones were too light. I kind of felt that the updated flesh tones were kind of a little bit too grayed out. They need like a slight red or pinkish hue to them. That's, just to kind of like breathe more life into them. You have Hangman's logo on the back of his gear. He has the fringe on the side. It's a little bit short. I think they could have found a way to kind of make it flail out a little bit more, because it's almost unnoticeable. But the patterning along his legs, really well done, and it continues to his knee pads. Great figure. The articulation's solid as always. These figures, they're very posable. And I don't know, there's great. And let's take a look at Kenny now. All right, so we have Kenny Omega, the cleaner. The big bout machine. Awesome looking head sculpt. I kind of wish they'd make like Rockstar looking Kenny during that time period when they were performing out of Daly during lockdown. And then he also won the Impact Championship, and he dyed his hair, had the crazy mustache. Likewise with the Bucks, there was that time period too where they're all decked out like rock stars with the earrings and the crazy gear. But this is a great gear set. I love the color scheme with the navy blue and the gold and the silver. The detailing's really clean on it, especially on the boots. It looks fantastic. And again, the articulation's the same in most of these figures. So overall, I think it's a great set. If you already have a Hangman and Omega, this is something you might, I don't want to say pass on, but something that, it's not a complete necessity. For me, one of the reasons why I wanted it is because I wanted an extra set of tag team championships, and I also wanted, more of these, the pitcher and the glass. And I have just fond memories of them being a tag team. I really enjoyed seeing Omega and Hangman work reluctantly together. I thought they were such an amazing tag team. You're taking two top-tier single talents and putting them together And anytime they were in the ring with the Bucks, they always performed, and it was just amazing. All right, with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.